They're here. They're finally here. The Krakatoa coins. The Krakatoa coins are here. They're here.
True love exists when two people can just enjoy silence together. You don't always gotta ruin and pollute, life with words and stupid conversation.
What's up, boys? We back again, you already know. So I've been in the EDC game, Everyday Carry, for a while. And I thought it was time finally to get a coin, but we're not just getting a coin from me. We gotta lace up the boys with the coin. I found this guy that does custom engravings, and I bought some clip art off Etsy, so we're gonna make some dope coins today. Let's go. You got your knives, you got tweezers, pliers, driver bits. Then you have more abstract things. Some people carry dice, and some people even carry coins. A coin is a great EDC item to always have on you. You never know when you might need to flip it, make a decision. Do I go left? Do I go right? Let's flip a coin, let's find out. So we had to get everyone stacked up with those coins, baby. What could I put on these coins? Of course you have Krakatoa on the front. But for each person I wanted to go personalized. Just ran down to the mailbox and what do I find but these damn here Krakatoa coins? Oh, boys. So these are coming to you on solid brass. They have some nice weight to them. I don't want to get everyone the same. Because if everyone has their coin in the same spot, you might lose it. First up, you got Bowls. And we had to lace him up with the van. He got the van on there, a camp van, mind you. It's a little different than his van, but when I saw it, I'm like, you know what? This one's for Bowls. Not much more to say on that. Next up, you got Connor. He has the mountains, the river, and the sun. He's the only one with the sun. What does the sun symbolize, you might ask? So in cartoons, when someone has an idea and the light bulb pops on, ding, ding, ding. Well, before they had the light bulb, they had the sun. And so for me, this one kind of symbolizes, a bright idea. Connor is a quick thinking kind of guy. He's an idea guy. He always comes up with those ideas on the fly. Good speech giver too, I might add. So we had to lace him up with the sun. He's smart in a lot of different ways too. Like there'll be a band that I just found out about. I asked Connor about it. He's like, oh yeah, their 5th album, like so-and-so was pretty good, and blah, blah, blah. So he's a smart guy, so we had to get him the sun, which symbolizes in my mind, bright ideas. You got the river, you got the mountain. Kids going places. Next up, you got JP's. His is similar, very similar. But you got the moon, because JP is celestial as shit. It's kind of like an alien, you know what I'm saying? But on his, you got the mountains and the river. Of course, the guy likes rivers. Of course, the guy likes mountains. But for him, the reason I picked this one is the mountains. You can't just get mountains, right? You gotta earn mountains. I feel like through the trips, JP has definitely earned the mountains, right? We started off in the black sands of the Lost Coast Trail, and everyone kind of shit the bed on that trip. That was tough. It was the first time we went backpacking, so everyone was kind of learning stuff. And, JP included. And then we went to Trans Catalina Trail, and JP kind of got shit on again. And the gulch, kid yazzed everywhere. Absolutely, yeah. But he made it through, and he learned from that. You gotta learn from it. So then we went to the next trip, in the Sawtooth, and the kid came absolutely prepared. He was just blazing the trail in front of everyone. Even on that last day, the hardest day of them all, he had to have been a good hour 45 minutes, 30 minutes ahead of me. Eventually Matt and Jake rolled through, and Matt just absolutely yazzed everywhere. And so we gotta lace him up with the mountains. Last but not least, we got the coin for Jake. This one is cool. This might be my favorite one because this one looks like it belongs on the coin. This one, you got the navigation, you got the compass on there, north, south, east, and west. I feel like every trip, Jake kind of takes upon himself to navigate. Even when they came to Idaho, like I'm thinking, start at point A, end up at point B. But you know, Jake took upon himself to go out, buy a map, and actually saved us on the last day. Because I remember me and JP were in front, we were kind of waiting, and eventually Matt and Jake rolled through, and me and JP were like, all right, let's hit it. And we went across this river, and we went, you know, continuing down what we thought was the trail, and Jake was like, oh, so I don't think that's the right way. So we looked at his map, and he was right. It was the wrong way. We got back on trail, continued, and I mean, if he wouldn't have caught that mistake, that would have been another night, because there's no way that we could have hiked to the next lake and then still had time to make it back to the car, especially with all the boys just yazzing. On the Lost Coast too, Jake was kind of the navigator, and that's why Jake gets the navigation coin. And then we got my coin. Thought it was pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of Idaho, so that's why I grabbed that one. But that is the story of the Krakatoa coins. Perhaps they'll be on the next trip. Perhaps there's a decision that we can't figure out and we need to flip a coin for it. So maybe they'll be on the next trip. I don't have those answers. But until next time, see ya.